So I got a question on one of my videos, and it says, what's the solution? How do you overcome self-restraint and to act unnatural? This is not going to be a tarot video for the people who like tarot, so scroll. But I wrote down my answers because I love this question. It's a very good question. Okay. I think the first thing is understanding what limitations have been placed upon you, which still stick to this day. So when I say what limitations have been placed upon you, I'm not saying just by other people, I'm talking about by yourself as well. What have you gotten rejected by and then been like, oh, I'm not trying that again? Or what have you tried and failed at and you're like, oh, never doing that again? What are things that you have written off just because of a certain feeling that you don't want again? And I'm not talking about intensity or bad feelings. I'm talking about embarrassment or awkwardness or just not feeling like it's your thing. You know what I mean? Okay, so other people's projections are also a big part of this. So when people come up to you or you're trying to tell someone something and you're like, I'm really excited about this thing and I really want to try this, and they're like, I don't think that would be good for you. Like, not even in a mean way, but like genuinely they don't think it would be good for you, but that is them projecting onto you because they have their own perceived problems with the thing. That has nothing to do with what you are going to do with your life or your opinion or your life or anything to do with you. That is their opinion. So a lot of us place an extreme amount of weight on other people's words or opinions that don't matter, especially when we have someone on a pedestal, which can be anyone from a relationship to parents to aunts, uncles, anyone. You should always have your opinion kind of be very considered, at least first, okay? It should be considered because you are important in your own life. You know what I mean? Okay. So after you find your culprits, your insecurities, other people's shit, you ask yourself why. Genuinely, what has it given you as an individual being a reason to follow a role that you've been following? Which can even be to yourself. Again, we are humans, we classify people a lot, and once we get into a role, we are very hard to get out of a role, okay? So once you're unstable, you're unstable. Once you're the pretty girl, you're the pretty girl. It's a role that people get placed into. So if you place yourself into a certain role, it's hard to get out of. So you have to see what you're doing. You have to kind of analyze your own mind, and you have to understand what affects you. Why does this affect you? Why is this still affecting you? Why can't you just try something else? You know what I mean? Okay. So yes, there are a lot of things that I can explain, but it always has to do with your nervous system. Your mind will organize itself around what